Hi everyone, Jaime Kalman Chipko here, and I wanted to share with you one of my favorite stress relief techniques. It's called EFT, and it stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it's also been called tapping. And the reason it's called tapping is because you use your fingertips to tap on pressure points that are located very close to the surface of the skin. These are the end points of the meridian lines. The meridian lines are the electrical circuitry that run through your body. So these are acupressure points. And unlike acupuncture, where we have to use needles to stimulate the meridian system, we don't need to be so exact. EFT is awesome. Tapping is so cool because you don't have to be so exact. It's a very forgiving technique, so it's really easy to use, and it's very child-friendly for this reason as well, because it's non-invasive, it's simple, it's really great to do however feels authentic and real to you. So there's many approaches, but there's a basic sequence and a basic recipe that if you follow it, you really can't go wrong. It's really simple, and all it takes is identifying what it is that you're feeling. What is the uncomfortable feeling in your body that you would love to shift or change if you could? What is the stress in your body? Okay, so we're just focusing in on the feeling. You see, the way that emotional freedom techniques and tappings actually works is it is a stress relief response. So what happens is that when we get stressed or upset about something, we experience the stress response. So our amygdala might start firing, and it's like that fight, flight, or freeze response takes over. And whenever we go into any kind of like stress or anger or intense worry or anxiety, that just shuts down our prefrontal cortex in the brain. So when that prefrontal cortex is shut down, we can't make rational choices. We can't make rational decisions. So that whole part of our thinking is just completely inhibited. So what tapping does is it soothes your body's stress response. It calms the amygdala down, and it's like, hey, guess what? Good news. We're not actually being like chased by a tiger. We're just scared because we have a test tomorrow, or we're just feeling worried and anxious because our friend is mad at us and we don't know why, or we're just mad and frustrated because we don't want to go to bed right now and mom and dad are saying it's our bedtime, right? So I'm talking about kid-related stuff right now because this is a special video that I'm doing for all of my teachers and moms and dads and caregivers who work with young children who want to use tapping to help the child feel more empowered and to actually go from just reacting to being able to respond to their feelings and to their situations. I mean, that is so empowering, right? You get to feel like you're at choice as to how you feel. And it's important to remember that we can't control the thoughts that we have. Okay, we have like 65,000 thoughts a day, and most of them are totally random and totally habitual. We're sort of hardwired to be negative. Our brains have a negative bias, so we're always on the lookout for anything that could be threatening to us in any way. So we have a lot of thoughts that we can't control. It's our subconscious way of keeping ourselves safe, right? Your subconscious mind, it's programmed, literally hardwired to keep you safe from any kind of threat to your physical safety, to your sense of security. It's also trying to protect you from like anybody not thinking well of you, So our subconscious mind is constantly trying to make sure that we are loved and accepted, that we're enough, that we're good enough, and that we're safe. Okay, that's its whole job. So what that means then is when we get caught in the clutches of a big feeling, it can be really difficult for us to let it go because the feeling can feel so big. And with children, big feelings, I mean, this is their world, right? They live in a world of big feelings. And especially for children under the age of 7, it's hard for them to even be able to name the feeling that they're having. So Dan Siegel wrote about the concept of naming it to tame it, right? He said, name it to tame it. So if you can give your feeling a name, then you can start to tame it. So if the feeling that you're feeling in your body is, I'm mad, right? Well, great. That's step one to turning it around. And for me personally, as just a human being as well as a mom of a young child, she's 7 right now. And I've actually been doing tapping with her since she was very, very, very little, and talking about feelings and all that great stuff, because that's what happens when you're a certified empowerment specialist. You teach your kids this stuff from the moment they come out. So, I am passionate about teaching people how to listen to their bodies, how to listen to their feelings, how to listen to their thoughts with as little negative judgment as possible. Because here's the thing, every single feeling that you have has a function. So there is no negative emotion, in my opinion. There's no bad feelings, because every emotion, every negative emotion has a positive intention to it. It's just trying to teach you something, it's trying to show you something. I tell my daughter all the time, I never say to her, don't be mad, or don't be scared. Don't be scared. I never say that to her. The reason I never say that to her is because I want to honor her feelings, because her feelings are her messengers. There is information that her subconscious mind wants her to know. It feels threatened in some way. If she feels scared, it's because she doesn't feel safe. So I'm not going to tell her, don't feel that, don't listen to that feeling. Instead, I'm going to ask her, what is the feeling? Where do you feel it in your body? What does it feel like? Is it a thumbs up feeling? Is it a thumbs down feeling? How would you describe it? What would you call it? What do you think that feeling wants you to know? If that feeling was trying to help you, what do you think it might be trying to help you do? What do you think it wants for you? Let's give it a voice, any voice you want, and let's make it talk. What does that big feeling say? Does it have a message? What does it say? Right? So you get curious about your feelings instead of critical. So I love moving from the curious to the from critical to curious. Yeah, my subconscious mind loves to move from curious to critical, but my conscious mind loves to get curious about what I'd otherwise be being critical about. So I like to teach my daughter that. I think it's really exciting to give her that tool in her toolbox as she goes through life. So let me tell you about tapping. It is a stress relief technique. It is a self-soothing technique. It's a body-based modality. It's a combination of positive psychology and acupressure. Okay, so what we're doing is we're calming the body's stress response. We're lowering the cortisol levels in the body. We are allowing ourselves to become calm and neutral. Okay, so rather than emotionally charged, we're going to be neutral, because once you're neutral, you can actually think about the issue and make some different choices about how you would like to respond, rather than that big feeling responding for you. So remember, there's a difference between reactivity and responsibility. So when we are reacting to conditions in our lives or reacting to someone, we are not choosing the response. We are just triggered, and then there's a reaction. So what we want to do is press pause for just a minute, calm down, do a little tapping, right? And then we can look at it and go, okay, so I feel much more calm, feel much more receptive now. How would I love to respond to this? Now, that sounds a little mature for our kiddos, right? Our kiddos are not going to think that way. Instead, what I want to share with you is this technique is a great thing for them to know so that they can calm themselves down when they want to, when they feel like they have a big feeling that they just don't know what to do with it. It's a wonderful way to help empower them back to a peaceful place. But when your child is in a grip experience, say having a temper tantrum, or really, really frustrated because they cannot figure out a math problem, or they're really upset because they got in a fight with a friend, or they're terrified because they just had a horrible nightmare, that's not the time to teach tapping. That is not a learning opportunity. They are not going to be receptive. That prefrontal cortex is not going to be on your side. It's going to be shut down. So what we want to do is open it back up. So what you might say to your child if they're having a big feeling, like let's say that they're really, really mad, okay? So you might say, okay, I can see that you're really mad right now. I can see it because your face is like this and your fists are like this and you're screaming and your voice is really loud, but I can't hear you when you're shouting. And I can help you and I want to help you. So I need you to calm your voice down so you can talk to me. So let's breathe. Okay. And I might do something like this. I might hold up fingers and I might go, I would love for you to blow out the candles. How old are you? Oh, you're 5? Okay. So there's 5 candles on your cake. Can you blow out these 5 candles for me? Or maybe we'll just start with 1. Blow out 1 candle. Good. Okay, now can you blow out 2 candles? Good. Now can you blow out 5 candles? Now they have to take a much deeper breath. Okay, so I start them with breathing to calm them down. I might say, okay, good. Breathe with me. You're okay. You've got this. I'm here. I've got you. You're okay. What you're feeling is okay. What you're feeling is okay. You're mad. I can see that. And that's okay. It's okay. But I can't help you when the mad is up here. Okay, so I want to bring it down a little bit so I can help you with it. All right, so once you get them calm, that's a great time to check in and say, hey, you know that big mad feeling you were just having? What do you think that mad feeling wants you to know? Or what does it want me to know? What do you think it was trying to say? Because it's actually trying to help you. I wonder how. So you might talk to them about the big mad feeling. You might ask them where they felt it in their body, if it reminded them of anything, right? So whatever it is that's roaring inside of them, whatever it is that's growling inside of them, right? Whatever woke that dragon, right? It's great to talk about it. And then you might say, I know a really cool magic trick. And in my case, I'll say to my daughter, I go, ooh, I got some Jaime Magic for you. I got some Jaime Magic. Let me show you. Okay. So I say, I know this really cool magic trick where you can actually help yourself feel so much better. And it's really great because you don't have to feel like so heavy and mad and what's sad or scared or whatever it is. You know that we can actually feel a different feeling when we're ready to. Would you like to see it? And, if they're younger than the age of 8, they'll say, yes. If they're a little older, they may feel incredibly uncool doing anything that you think is cool, particularly some, cheesy self-help modality, right? They're going to be like, whatever, who are you tapping? Go away. Ew. But, if they're younger than 7, they might be game. But like all things, ask their permission first. Ask them if they want to do this tapping technique with you. And then you can say, I can do it on myself, and we can be like a mirror, okay? And you can be my echo too. So I'll tap on the pressure points on my body, okay? And then you can follow along, tap where I'm tapping. And when I change points, you change points too. Just follow me. Follow me as I tap on these pressure points on my body. Look, I'm like a monkey. Ooh, 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 right? And look, I'm tapping. See, you can tap just like I'm tapping. These are the pressure points these are my magic points that are going to help just get that energy moving in my body so I can feel so much better. Okay, and I've got all these cool spots. This is the karate chop point. Because if you've ever seen somebody like karate chop a piece of wood, they're doing it with the side of their hand. So that's pretty cool. And check it out. I can use either hand. It doesn't matter which hand I use or what side of the body I tap on. I can even use both hands if I really want to. I can tap. Same thing. Doesn't matter. However I want to do it. Look, I can even change it up. Isn't that cool? Okay, so what I would say to them then is that I'm going to have them echo me as well. So I'm going to say a phrase and I want you to repeat after me. Okay, so if you're feeling really mad, right? Maybe they're mad because they don't want to go to bed and you're asking them to go to bed and they don't want to go to bed. Well, usually as a, parent, I might know that what's underneath that mad is that they just don't feel like they have a choice and they want to feel at choice, right? So they're feeling disempowered. So I might keep that in mind, right? But what I'm going to do is have them just tap out that yucky feeling. So if they can't name the feeling, that's okay. You can say, well, Does the feeling feel yucky or icky, or is it a poo-poo feeling? Like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Use your child's words, because that's actually more effective. It doesn't have to be clinical. You don't have to be a psychotherapist to do this. So instead, what you just do is get a hold of how your child is experiencing the feeling. So you might say, so now you might say, just follow me. Just go ahead and do what I'm doing. And tap on the side of your hand, because this is the secret recipe. This is what we do. We say, even though I am so mad, I don't want to go to bed, I'm a really good kid and I'm okay. Even though I'm so mad, I'm a good kid and it's okay to feel mad and I'm okay. Even though I am so mad and I want to be mad and you can't stop me from being mad. It's my mad feeling. I'm a really good kid and I'm okay. All right? And see how I'm doing that kind of silly, and I'm having them repeat after me. And oftentimes what my daughter will do is she'll start just saying her own stuff. The minute that they start giving you the script, follow their lead, say what they say, let them take the lead. You're just getting them started, okay? But if your child is like brand new to this and they're like, I don't know what this is that we're doing, they may need you to feed them the words. So just let them repeat after you. And what I will often say is, if I say a word that doesn't feel right to you, like it's just not the way you would describe it, you stop me and tell me the word and I'll use your words. Okay, because what we're doing is we're teaching our kids two things. One, they can listen to their own body and their feelings. It's safe to do that. That they can trust that their feelings are good, and that they can trust their feelings, even if that feeling is uncomfortable. And the other thing that you're teaching them is that you are listening to them. They are heard, they are seen, they matter. Those are three core things that children need to know in order to feel that they are valued, okay? They need to feel seen, heard, and that they matter. I mean, who doesn't need that, right? And we're all just kids in bigger bodies anyway, so, a lot of this will be very healing for you as well, my adult friend. So then what we do, after we do that basic sequence, that secret recipe, now we're going to tap through the points. And we get to just have a big old rant. You might start at the top and work your way down. That's fine. So, monkey point, right? Go, I'm so mad. This mad feeling. Ooh, I'm so mad. I'm mad. This mad feeling in my body. This mad feeling. I don't want to go to bed. Here's a really cool part. Here's a really cool point. Ready? Put your arm up in the air. Reach around, give yourself a hug. And you're going to tap underneath your armpit on the side of your rib cage. It's another little monkey point. Ooh, 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 right? I feel like a little monkey tapping. You go, oh, I'm so mad. I don't want to go to bed. I'm so mad at you. This is a fun point too. Take your wrists and clap your wrists together. I'm so mad. Okay. Usually when you get to this point, you're cracking up, so you're already a little bit less mad. So it's really fun to go, okay, let's check back in. How you doing? Take a deep breath. Here, smell this flower. What does this flower smell like? And they'll go, take a deep breath, smell it in. What does it smell like? And then go, blow out the candles. Okay, so that's how I get her to take a really good, complete breath. And I have her usually do like maybe 1 or 2 deep breaths. And then I'll say, okay, let's check in and let's just feel that feeling. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is that feeling is really big. 1 is that feeling is not so big. Let's see. Where is that feeling right now for you? Okay, and they might say, a 5, a 3. That's good. If it's coming down below a 5, it's a great time to tap into how they'd love to feel. If it's still really high, like a 9 or 10, say, that's a big feeling you're having. Okay, cool. Let's ask this mad feeling, what does it want us to know? Or, I don't want to let go of this big feeling because, what would you say to that? How would you fill in the blank? I don't want to let go of this big feeling because, and they might say, because it's not fair that I have to go to bed. You and daddy get to stay up. So we're actually tapping about if they don't feel like it's fair. And then you could tap on that. And you could say, you don't have to do this part again with the 3 sentences. You can just go right into tapping. So you might just go, it's not fair that I have to go to bed. You guys get to stay up late. That's not fair. I'm really mad about that. I'm mad because that's not fair. It's not fair and I'm mad. It's not fair. I don't like this. It's not fair. Breathe in, smell the flower, blow out the candles. Okay? So now I did the talking for the child. They were going to repeat after me. They're going to be my mirror. Okay? Sometimes my child doesn't want to tap on herself. She wants me to do the tapping for her, in which case I'll do that. So I would just do it like that. I would take the side of her hand and I would just sit with her and I would just tap on her hand and say, even though I'm so mad, I'm a good kid and I'm okay. And I would say that 3 times. And then I would tap through the points, starting at the top of her head, okay, this mad feeling. Oh, I'm so mad, right? I'm so mad. And then moving all the way down, okay, to the points. Now, something to keep in mind is that if your child is resistant to tapping, then you might want to show them, say, hey, you know what? I might want to do this tapping with your T-Rex actually, because your T-Rex is feeling really mad because T-Rex doesn't want to go to bed. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do some tapping with T-Rex. And then I would just tap on T-Rex the way that I would tap with her. And then she can tap on the T-Rex also. So that's a great way to do it as well. It's obviously more effective when you tap on your own body or someone taps for you on your own body so that you can move the energy. But, we just do what we can do, right, to help these kids. So once they are feeling a little bit better, so their number is at more of like, a 5 and below, that's when I like to start tapping into how they'd love to feel. So I might say, hey, I know that you're feeling really mad because you feel like you were feeling really mad. Because you felt like it wasn't fair, but how would you love to feel right now? Instead of mad, how would you love to feel? And they might say, calm, happy, silly, whatever they want to say is, however they want to feel is what we're going to honor. So let's say that my child said, I want to feel happy. Okay, great. So back to the karate chop point, we're going to go, even though I was feeling mad, I would love to feel happy instead and just have the best night's sleep. Even though I was feeling mad, maybe I can feel happy. Maybe that's okay. Even though I was really mad because it's not fair that I have to go to bed. Maybe if I go to bed, I'll have an awesome dream about flying or being able to breathe underwater or do something super cool, like be an animal or something. Wouldn't that be cool? I love feeling happy. Happy is such a good feeling. I give myself a happy thought. I love feeling happy. I might even be feeling a little sleepy. Sleepy and happy. Cozy and sleepy and happy. I'm a good kid and I'm happy. I can feel happy, right? So that's an example. Have them take a deep breath in and breathe out. So, is your child going to always do their own tapping therapy session with themselves? Most likely no. But what you're doing with your child is creating a bonding experience with them, where it's a great way to talk about feelings and actually get the body involved. And since children are so body-based, they're not really like analytical. So, and most of them can't even do abstract thinking yet. They don't have that ability yet developmentally. So what we're doing is we're meeting them right where they are. We're listening to their feelings. We're curious about their feelings. We're teaching them that they actually have more power than they think they do, that they are bigger than these big feelings, that feeling, whatever it is, no matter how big it is going to change. It's going to shift and change. It just will. But your child, they're still going to be here. So they are much bigger than those big feelings. And it's just a wonderful thing to be able to talk to your child and do this technique together and make it like a game. And again, always just check in with them. Try to calm them down a little bit first before you try to teach it to them. When they're in the grip experience, that's not the time to teach it. And remember, if they're too upset, you can tap for them on their body. Just ask them first, would you like me to tap for you, honey, so that you can get this out of your body? Do you want to just go ahead and just put that big feeling in my fingertips? Okay, give it to mommy. Just give it to daddy. Just give it to us. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like whichever one of you is helping, or, give it to Nana, or if you're the babysitter, you just give it to Miss Kelly. I can help you with this. I'm here to help. That's how we use our words to give them that peace of mind. So, I guess the other thing to say is that remember that your body is bilateral, so it does not matter what side of the body you're tapping on. Okay, you can use one hand, you can use this hand, you can do both hands at the same time. No big deal. It's very forgiving, and no matter how you do it, just allowing your child to focus on the feeling and giving them something to do with that feeling, even just that, is going to help them feel so much better. So remember, round 1, you're tapping out the yucky feeling, and then round 2, you're tapping in the powerful feeling, the way you'd prefer to feel. And again, notice I did an extra round because I wanted to give you an example of, hold on one second, hold on, baby. I wanted to give you an example of how sometimes a feeling can change and we need to bring it down a little bit. So, in the example, I tapped on the mad feeling. And then when I found out that what was underneath that mad feeling was that, they just didn't think it was fair, then we tapped on that. And then we could tap into how they'd love to feel. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'm happy to share with you any tips or more information about the technique so that you feel more proficient or more confident doing so. You can find me on Facebook at Inspired Healing and Awareness, and you can also visit my website at inspiredhealingandawareness.com, although it is dreadfully old and needs to be updated in the worst way. And you can also reach me by email at kalmanjaime@gmail.com, and I'm happy to answer your questions. So that's KAL as in love, M as in Mary, AN as in Nancy, JAIM as in Mary, E at gmail.com. So feel free to let me know if you need a little bit more guidance with that. But till next time, happy tapping. And I hope that you and your child have a really good time doing this, no matter how you do it. All right, bye.